Well, good afternoon. I wanted to tell you a little story. Yesterday, we were at the In Seasons up here in Lincoln, New Hampshire, and I was booking the train trip up to the top of Mount Washington, which we did today. It was wonderful, absolutely wonderful, well worth the money. But that's not what the story is about. The story is about that when we were booking it, the young man said, "Oh, okay, so that's June 11th." And I thought to myself, June 11th. I haven't thought about this day in years. Now, of course, my husband passed in 2020, and I never forget our anniversary. But I very seldom think of June 11th, which was our first date, June 11th, 2011. And I have to tell you, what a good man I had. God rest his soul. Because he came up from Catawissa, and we met at the cross point there across from Ertley's, because that's how far he knew how to go. And we went to Friendly's for dinner, and we were done with dinner maybe around 5:30 because it was like an early date. So he said, "Well, what would you like to do now?" And I thought, I'll take him back to my house, because at that time my daughter Mary Grace and her children were living with me. And I thought, this poor man will head for the hills. So I said, "Do you want to go back to the house?" And he said, "Sure." So that's what we did. So anyway, that man sat on the kitchen stool for like 2 hours, maybe more than that. And I just went about my business. Mary Grace and the kids met him, and he just sat. That's all. And I just did whatever I had to do. So when it was time for him to go, I was going to have to take him up, have him follow me up so he could get back on 81 to go home. And I thought to myself, this man will never. I mean, why would you want to get involved with something like this, with this kind of lifestyle? So anyway, we went outside, and I said, "Okay, I will, I'll take you up." And he gave me a kiss. And I thought, you are one wonderful man. God bless him. So we start dating, and I mean, I'm pretty hard to handle. Let's face it. I'm not an easy person to live with. I will admit that. But that man was so good to me, and, I wanted to tell you that story because I very seldom think about that, of how blessed I was to have him in my life. But anyway, before I start crying, I'm going to go. So this is Debbie Yeager. I think I said that before, but if I didn't, I said it again. So you have a wonderful evening, and I'm going to go and think about my beautiful memories. You have a wonderful night. Bye.